So you wanna learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the Monday nights than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
So, is the song a fucking liar?
I'm a big fan of listening to what music tells me to
Is
do.
it?
Throw my hands in the air.
All right.
Do you also
Okay.
wave them
Like
like you
you just
don't
don't
care?
care.
Hey,
Yeah.
I like to party in the USA.
I like to come in like a wrecking ball, you know?
Do you?
Like in the wrecking
Crazy.
ball?
My wife's
Or-
not watching this
I'm-
episode tonight, so I can be squirrely.
Are
He's
you
gonna
talking
come in a
like
wrecking
in
ball.
the wrecking ball?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Was
what.
it like you drill a hole? Like what?
Oh, yeah, 10,000 pounds of
What
cold
kind
hard
of
steel.
tool do you? What kind of tool do you need
That's
to
the
get
title.
to in there?
10,000 pounds of cold hard steel.
Ah, it's already live. Can't change it now.
All right.
But it doesn't not fit with I'm on the edge with you with the conversation prior.
This is true.
Edging with Brandon tonight on,
I'm going to get y'all there. That's it.
and then you're gonna stop.
And then I'm going to stop. That concludes our show.
Having licensing issues. Sorry.
30 minutes early. End the show. We finished all the beers. I swear this never happens with any other guest.
Fair enough. I believe it when I see it. Well, I'm Tyler.
I was gonna say, welcome to Two Beerded Guys. You know, Tyler looks a little different today.
I went on what is
Weight Watchers.
yeah, Weight Watchers.
Really counted them points that last week and a
I
half.
literally just saw you last night. That is a hell of a good Weight
Yeah,
Watchers
so
program.
since Oprah got on board, it's really turned the program around. And I'm TBG Ops at underscore. No, hang on.
Almost.
See, they sucked out my brain.
That's where all the weight
They
was.
injected it into the muscles.
So I'm Tyler at
TBG _ ops guy.
Hell yeah. And this is the episode of Bearded Two Guys. Or three guys, if you will.
Some could even generously say 4.
We have a fantastic guest today. He's going to edge us right to the point. His name is Brandon.
Yeah.
He owns some stuff, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
I
I'm sure
am-
you have an Instagram.
I am at Tarnished Hollow
a
and
brewery.
on Facebook as well as Tarnished Hollow Brewing Company.
Hells yeah.
I am a Mudhog Q&B, since we're just switching things around. Go that way.
So,
And lucky you can't see him because, well, he's off screen Matt, and he's kind of ugly.
Screen mat off. I don't
yeah.
The screen got Matt off. Oh, damn it, back to our edge.
What you watching
Hey,
over there?
the last time I did the show, we were all full circle by the end, making the same references.
Yeah.
See?
I mean, there was some pictures of Peekaboozy up here. So.
What type of circle
It was
were we doing?
WWE references.
Yeah.
It started the night with WWE references, and we ended it with it.
Who else watched WrestleMania last night? John and I sure did.
Yeah.
And Saturday. We had both nights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got to see
WrestleMania.
Snoop drop the people's elbow.
Yeah.
I was like, damn
Oh,
it.
my
If there was
Snoop
ever a
Dogg
time for
was
Chris
on
Dream to
Randy
be
dropped the people's
here,
elbow.
That's awesome.
it was for that.
It was a damn good time.
Yeah.
Great matches all weekend long.
Saturday, I think, was the winning night, though.
I think so.
Totally beat Sunday for having the bigger card fights. Saturday was better than Sunday.
Great fights on Saturday. I think if we're gonna go this route, the Rhea Ripley Charlotte Flair
Awesome.
Yeah,
fight
she
for
won.
the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Spoiler.
New champ. I mean, if you
Absolutely.
haven't seen it by now,
Absolutely brutal. Great match.
it's a live event.
Yeah.
It's on Peacock. You can watch it right now.
I mean, pay attention.
You can watch it live late.
You can Google it.
Right. But no, it was a great time. We had good food. We had leftover El Emporium on Saturday. We cooked some burgers, smashed burgers yesterday. So
Hell yeah.
Good times were had.
Well, we have drinks of these beers we need to drink.
We sure do. I don't think
We have
anyone could have
drinks
said
of
that
these
better than that.
of which
This fucking guy.
anticipation,
Drinks of beers we are going to have.
in anticipation,
He hasn't even
what,
drank yet.
what beer are you looking forward to?
Well, since it's a reverse day, I declare we have a Pilsner, and we have a Stout, and then we have a super, what is that?
Crisp as fuck.
Crisp as fuck, then a Stout. And then a Royal Treatment.
He was like, I'm not going to try that.
And then a Smoked Bock. So it's going to be a
palate-destroying evening?
Palate-destroying evening. So we're going to get it. We're going to get it in, and we're going to get it in good.
And then the wrecking ball.
Right in the wrecking ball.
so-
Pow! Right in the wrecking ball.
At least to the edge.
Is that a power drill you're needing there, or what?
Matt, what are you looking forward to? I'm moving this on.
I think I'm actually looking forward to the Drecker Milk Stout because we've had so much Drecker. We don't hardly ever get stouts from them or anything outside of the the hype train beer stuff. So I'm pretty curious to see. Yes, thank you. Pretty curious to see what they do with this.
Yep.
Whatever that fucking Goza is. I mean, you started rattling off like
Is that
20
Evil Twin?
different.
This one.
It's got like everything.
That's a Goza.
It's the kitchen sink of Gozas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rattling off 20 different things, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Looks like a Candy Crush.
I thought it looked kind of like sushi on the label.
Oh yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
They
I don't know how it's
switched
gonna
to
go
that
with
kind
beer.
of label art on most of their beers, I think. And
Yeah.
so it's always a crapshoot as to
What are you looking forward
Good
to?
Lord. Oh crap! Probably the abusive stout, the Bananas Foster.
Also
Bananas
another one
Foster's
with
a
lots
I
of
know
stuff in it.
a lot of people I'm friends with, and a lot of people have put out Banana Foster stouts right now, and I've not had a chance to try any of them. So, and in terms of anticipation, I'm very excited to see what this is, so that I can kind of gauge the other ones as I go and get a chance to try theirs. So.
Fantastic. Well, we do, as Tyler, as I would say in my past time
What are you
being on
looking
the
forward
show,
to, though?
probably this one right here, because the artwork is way.
It's pretty cool.
I'm a sucker for a drawing.
Reem's also a label whore. I mean, Tyler. Tyler changed.
Tyler
when he
changed.
lost
Tyler.
the weight, he also became a
Yes.
label whore.
Yes, I became a labor
Joined
whore.
us.
And I also don't like barley wines anymore. So trash beer. I'm a Pilsner lager type of guy
I got
now.
scolded last show when I mentioned barley wines
Yeah.
being underappreciated, and he was like, "Are you fucking
No,
kidding me?"
you can. We're all good now,
Tyler,
man.
Tyler was abusive.
I found out that was my
Well,
problem.
yeah.
So Weight Watchers found out too many barley wines sucks it in.
Too many points for this,
Yeah,
huh?
it expands. You
beard
don't
hair
drink
also
them. Yeah,
fell out, I
yeah,
see.
it does. Yeah. I don't know what they put in those Weight Watcher potatoes. Does the trick though.
The souls of Oprah's fallen.
You gotta powder them with this powder, white powder.
Matt, do we have anything?
Russ says, oh boy, it's time.
Yeah, well, sure
That
is.
might have been earlier, but it's more appropriate now.
Oh look, boobs on my phone.
Yep, he's back at his time.
Tyler.
All right, so we do a rating scale from 5 to 1. We don't. Or
0.25.
0.25. We don't give anybody zeros, and we don't throw any beer out. So make sure
The
you know that.
.25, the participation trophy of beers.
See, zeros don't count on the untapped chart as a reminder there,
And I got it right here. And what I'm going to do right after this, I'm going to upload them to Untappd, so you'll be able to see our reviews right there.
Love it.
So it's going to be a great time.
All right, so the rating scales are refresher, Brandon, is 0.25 to 5. 3 is a perfectly average beer. Going up from there is better. 4 is where you start searching out the beer, like, oh, that's good enough. I would like to have another, sir. 4.5 is that some of your best beers you ever had. The 4, 7, 5, and 5 are definitely those top tiers.
The edge.
Yep. 4.5. That's the
you
edge.
know what? That's
So-
4.5 is the edge. Yeah. Five jingling my tingles.
We might not be able to go over that. That might be the 5 for the night.
Yeah.
Going down from 3, 2 is still drinkable. It's good beer. Maybe something might be a little off, but not everything on the can is in the can, but you still like the flavor. And then going down to a 1, that's kind of where you're like, it was given to me or I bought it. It's in my hand. I'll drink it. And then below a 1, you're like, this is Ram's piss. This is terrible. I don't want this. But like Tyler said we don't dump out beer on this show because we're
Didn't they
men
drink-
of principle.
Hang on, Ram's
gotta be a
piss.
Mary Bob or
Ram's piss.
Yeah.
Didn't they drink that in Beer Fest? What was it? The Germans.
Sure did, because if you can
In
drink Ram's
order to-
piss, you can drink anything.
And then that's what they used in order to drink so much beer in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astute callback. Good job, Tyler.
So, I'm a
You're
movie.
such a movie buff.
I'm a movie buff now. Stayed up too late on the white powdered mashed potatoes watching movies.
Now, was that white powder
Ketamine
cocaine?
that they put in the potatoes.
That explains where the dramatic weight loss. He just coked up his potatoes.
This says on the packet, Oprah needs her money.
Yeah, this is all
Yes,
starting,
Mama O.
This is really starting to check out now.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
All right, let's see that first beer. What do we got?
It's called Brisk.
Baby.
It's a Pilsner. It's fancy. I can tell you that right now. It's a crisp, dry lager. Brewery Havana. It's in Raleigh, North Carolina. Like all great Pilsners, Brisk begins with Pilsnen malt and Saz hops. It sets itself apart from two important distinctions. It's also hopped with Crystal for a
Meth?
aroma and has just a touch
the best
of
beer
oats
ever!
to build its body.
Is it oats?
There's oats. The word oats is in there.
I
Uh-oh.
don't normally put
Oats?
oats. in Pilsner.
No.
Just a touch of
Rounders,
it's
yes.
just a touch. So they took the oats and touched
All
it.
right.
They throw like one piece of oat in. Like, this is just for
That's gonna give it
It's
body.
been oated.
This is just for the hype train.
Uh-oh. Gibbons just jumped on and says, what's this fuckery?
Yeah.
Well, you see, you missed the opening, Rob. Tyler went on Weight Watchers, a.k.a. maybe the
He's putting white powder in his potatoes.
program, and now he's dramatically lost weight. And his
looks
bone structure even changed from the massive weight loss.
Can.
Oh, Cam. There we go. Fancy beer.
And does Can currently have a sponsor
It's
that we should thank?
Tarnished Hollow Brewing Company.
Actually, they are
I haven't
on the
shelled
main
out
can,
money
but
yet, but one of these days.
This would be the Turf's Up radio can.
Turf's Up's
Yeah.
right here.
Other corner, and
Yeah,
you're
it's
not
the
really
same
in
down
other corner.
Right here.
He's leaving.
Is it right here now?
No.
Here.
Nope. Nope.
I told you where it was. I wasn't lying.
Is it here?
Definitely.
Okay.
It might just be a power suggestion, but I smell oats.
Oats in this.
The fucking oats. The fucking oats in this beer. It's still cut oats.
I feel like I'm drinking horse
A little
feed.
bit of the Lucky Charm.
Yeah,
The-
like the
yeah.
like
Not the
grainy, but not
marshmallows.
quite grainy. Like
Gibbons says maybe they made it with just the oat tip, they promise.
all right, I see tonight has a theme. I like
Just the tip of the oats.
it. Tip of the Oatsburg.
Honestly, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy
I
it.
could drink 3 or 4 of those.
I like that it's not too dry, which I like that normally, you kind of get that crushable beer, but after you crush it, you kind of have that lingering bitter or bite, that carbonic bite, but this doesn't really have.
No?
Exactly. I was going to point out, like, it's got that sweetness aspect to it, but it is not much of a lingering bitterness. I do enjoy that aspect. And for the Pilsner, sometimes, I mean, it's on style to be that lingering bitterness, but this one is very, very crushable.
Guess the ABV on this bad boy.
4.8.
Close but no cigar.
Damn it. I would crush the hell out of this all day long.
What do you think the ABV is?
5.1.
Nope. Matt?
4 or 5.
Nope. 4.2.
Damn, he was the closest.
And we all went over. Price is Right rules.
So
No one wins.
does
Should have $1 it.
does the taste match the can?
Taste
I get a
is
very
better
like
than the can.
classy, like we're drinking this in a fancy hotel type of vibe.
Listen, if I was going to use a fancy word to describe this, it'd be brisk.
Yeah, that's.
Is that a fancy word?
It does kind of feel as though
Going
if
on a
you had
brisk
it in a
walk.
glass like this, it would feel appropriate.
Yeah.
Like you could have it in a pint in a
Chalice.
bar and chug it,
Yeah.
or you could have it and drink it fancy.
Definitely the bar I'm at has drapes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gibbons says, get your shit together, dude, Tyler.
Tyler too.
Tyler 2.0, is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Hey,
Don't trip.
don't trip.
I will rate this first. I really thoroughly enjoy this. I would crush the hell out of these. I want to grab that shotgun tool. I would have shotgun like 8 of them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do we have 8? I'll
No.
pay for that.
We have 1.
Okay.
And we just drank it. I ain't dumb.
I ain't dumb.
But I'm going to go 4.5.
I ain't dumb.
4.5. That's really, really fucking tasty.
What about
It's Brandon.
it's Brandon?
I would go. Thank you for remembering. Who I am by looking at your notes.
I seen my name and I was like, I don't think I should do this.
I would probably go 4.25.
4.25.
I really like it. I would definitely seek it out if I was in the market to grab a nice crushable beer for the summer. I do get a little bit of that, like, I don't know what it is. It's not the glass, but it's like can smell. Like there's a little bit of that, a little bit metallic.
Chances are it's a little old.
Right, and then so for me, that's just what drops at the 0.25. But I really enjoy it. I would definitely seek it out in a 6-pack or whatever format it comes in, and it's a just really good showing for it.
Yeah, I agree. I would give it a 4.25, just right at the edge there. I really like it. It's brisk, it's clean, it's tasty.
What's on the can is in the can.
It's not.
Brisk.
It don't feel like it's going to be too filling after 2 or 3 of them.
No.
So
True.
That's
Valid point.
That's what I look for in a good old Pilsner. Matt, not that you don't count or anything. Your opinion matters nothing, so don't even say it.
All right, next beer.
I figured you were just gonna look up and be like, "What's your score, asshole?
Asshole. Fuck you, Matt.
Dipshit. What are you doing? Pushing buttons back there, sipping your beer."
Yeah.
Ding. It's a rough life back here behind the monitor, man.
What would you?
I think it's definitely search outable. I would go a 4 on that. I'm just when it comes to pilsners and lagers, I can only go so high. I'm edging on the pilsner there.
Oh.
It just makes the
Just
edge.
below the edge.
Yeah.
All right, we got a 4.
What have I done?
I think it was me.
4.25, 4.25, and
I think
4.5.
you
What
do.
is that? Like
appreciate
4.25 is the average.
It is. That doesn't count, so.
All right.
Yeah, I still matter, damn it. I just don't count.
All right. That was pretty good. Good first beer, I think.
So
Yeah.
as you get ready for that one, Brandon,
Yes.
Tarnish Hollow.
Can only go downhill
How
from
close
here.
are we? We don't want to put a date on there because I know we don't do that.
No, I mean,
When anything
the
comes with
goal
government.
was originally probably mid to late April. I think given there's been a couple
Hiccups?
Nah, not hiccups. There's been a couple just delays, like paperwork matters. So probably I would be confident saying soft opening starting in early May is the goal. I mean, everything has just gone really well. I couldn't be more appreciative of how non-governmental bureaucracy this whole thing has been. Compared to like if you read manuals and books and like this is how you start a brewery and it's like oh you're gonna get ran through the ringer and it's like no really what's the hard work I'm finding is the day-to-day stuff and so it's like you don't really think of that until you're in the thick of it and you step back. So yeah, my goal would be we get approved late April if it can get across someone's desk in the good time and start brewing, churning out our inventory, getting stuff built up, and start doing soft opening nights as that kind of progresses. And then mid-May, blowing the doors off, grand opening kind of thing.
Nice.
So that's the goal. Obviously, everything can change in a blink of an eye, but I'm just grateful that it didn't lose any more time due to paperwork delays and or illness that I had. So I'm feeling pretty confident about where everything's going.
The location?
Elwood, Indiana.
Elwood.
The
So shout out
city
to the
that
city
has
of Elwood.
a ton of stuff going on that's awesome and positive right now. So there's a lot of really good energy going on.
There's a guy I work with. His name's Robbie. He has a barbecue truck
Really?
that he moved from Phoenix, Arizona. Very, very interesting guy because he's a vegetarian. And
He's got a barbecue truck.
And he does barbecue.
It's
so
just
he
barbecue
might taste
vegetables.
some barbecue. So I'll tell him to be on the lookout or something.
Yeah,
You guys
definitely.
can connect somehow.
Does he barbecue meat or just veggies?
Yeah, he has a big pull behind trailer. No,
Barbecued cauliflower.
I know. I like,
brisket. No, he brings it into work all the time. It's really tasty.
Very cool.
Wait, so you can cook it for other people to eat it, but you won't eat it yourself?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I just,
People
I don't know.
from Phoenix are wild, bro. Let's go.
It kind of seems like, usually like, a lot of times vegetarians they do it
Southwest Coast.
for the sake of eating another living thing, but this guy doesn't have that problem. He just doesn't want to eat it himself.
Yeah, he's
Hey, it's just business.
yeah, man.
Just business.
But yeah,
He's
head
just
around
following orders.
it definitely he
Oh, I
brings
got
it
dark.
in. It's really good. He does brisket. He invested in this big pool behind like
awesome.
pit and like it's
You
good.
honestly can't have enough barbecue.
You can't.
Very true.
It's really good.
Everybody's
so.
got their own little spin on it, and so that's what's always cool to try different places and see different things.
Did you get the can?
I was
Yeah,
waiting for you to
we-
kind of read it, then we can throw it on there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Got to multitask around here,
Sorry,
Tyler, too.
Hey guys, let me tell you about this beer right here.
Something about baseball.
Yeah. You swing that bat and you hit that ball. This beer right here. I got my baseball cap on. Yeah, run home plate. Drecker. It's called Morning Ritual. It's a coffee milk stout. Yeah. It's a malt. It has malt, hops, yeast, and gimmicks.
That's the best way to describe it.
It has the malt is Pale 2-row, chocolate malt, Pale chocolate malt, midnight wheat, some oats, C40 oats, and carafoam.
Not chloroform, though, right?
No, not chloroform.
That's the gimmick part.
Not
Drink
tonight.
at your own risk.
Not tonight, you beautiful bearded guys. Hops Magnum, yeast House L yeast,
I dropped my hops for my Magnum dog.
and the gimmicks are Thunder Coffee Beans Lactose,
Yeah.
That's a pretty short gimmick list for Drucker.
and it
Yeah.
looks like a not a
Two-horned
not,
unicorn.
Yeah, two. It's not a.
It's a satyr.
Can't be a unicorn if it has two
Bat
horns.
wings.
Be a
It's
bicorn.
Bat wings. It's
Bicorn.
definitely
mean,
some type of
right? Does that check out?
Minotaur. Looks friendly enough.
Just a horny horse.
Get it right. Horny horse or horny goat?
I can't tell.
It's
It's a little too
basically
cute
like a
for a
horse.
goat. It definitely looks more horsey, but
It's a satyr.
kind of, yeah, it kind of looks like a happy, like, little Satan imp. Like,
Okay.
like if Mickey Mouse.
There's
like,
another title we could have used instead of on the edge of you.
Happy little Satan.
Happy little Satan.
I don't know what categories you're looking at, Matt, but I've never seen that one pop up. On my feed.
looks like something out of Cuphead, man. Like I said.
All right, yeah.
So, what does the midnight wheat add to this?
It adds, like all wheat does, it adds a really nice body, and it gives you that same kind of vibe you would get from using chocolate malt and things like that. It just, I've noticed that in my stuff, it does add a nicer body and mouthfeel to it. I don't use a lot of it. I use it like they did in conjunction with other dark malts. But I do find that if there's a beer that I make with like a traditional stout recipe or not necessarily porters, and you kind of it's a little thin, you're like, I need to fix this, and it's not a boil issue or something like that for me, I will throw in a pound, at least in the sample batches that I've been doing for years, throwing a pound of midnight wheat, and that kind of alters that, at least for me.
Thick it
what
up a
I
little?
found. Yeah.
Because Tyler 2.0.
Yeah. Oh, so this
How
is
is that
Tyler.
not
I
cool?
always know some random facts of Tyler, right? So midnight wheat is exclusively grown between the hours of midnight to 1 a.m. Has to be enclosed, so it's a very unique process that midnight wheat goes through.
Well, it's totally
I don't
plausible.
know.
I believe that 100%.
And the math
I
does
heard it on
check
the
out,
internet.
like-
So,
I mean,
Only-
no
no
one
one
would
will
lie.
only me, Tyler, would be able to know that. I've seen it done in the back hills of Iowa. Baseball.
On a
country.
baseball. Yeah.
Searching for the field of dreams, you got diverted, found a midnight
field.
Russell, living in
Buildings.
Iowa now, can you confirm? Not that I doubt it.
It's all very true.
It's all very scientific. Like,
I mean,
That's how I get suspicious. It's
you
all very
guys
true.
got the taste. I got this.
You don't need to look it up.
Yeah, don't look it up. 12 to
See,
12.59.
See, last time it was Ryan from Field that we were doing impressions of. Now
Yes.
Tyler's going to be like, I don't talk about baseball that much.
Yeah. Hey, that was a slow pitch right there, buddy.
I bring up the midnight wheat because the mouthfeel is very smooth and very creamy.
Yeah, so
I've used wheat pretty much to get that kind of creaminess, whether it's a blonde ale you throw a little bit into, things like that. It may not be the juju of other people, but that's just what I found that really works to kind of alter some of those things. If you find that it's not dense enough, I guess, thick enough to make it feel really good, it kind of drinks like water.
Yeah.
now, question for you, Johnson, and a little bit to you, Tyler, too. T-O-O or 2W? Anyway, since we've had a fair amount of Drecker, and I don't know that you've had much or not, Brandon, to weigh in on that. Since we've had so much of their slushies and whatnot, what do you think about this actually as a effective or ineffective stout? Do they do good?
I think it's very effective. I get a lot of chocolate caramel notes. I love the mouthfeel on it. I think it's excellent.
Now, you're not a big coffee fan, though, but this has got the
No,
coffee in there. But I think it's in there, but it's not burnt, it's not roasty, like which you don't typically lean for, right? So
it is more leaning that sweeter side of things.
It's complemented very well by the lactose and the other additions that kind of make it not just like a cold brew bomb.
Yeah, the Thunder coffee beans.
must be a good bean. Do you know where those are grown, Tyler?
Well, obviously.
The rainforest. The rainforest produces thunder coffee
Cherry.
beans.
They're basically cherry seeds.
Essentially.
Fun fact.
Oh, God. He's worse now he lost weight.
So much room for negativity
Now he's
and
getting
positivity and information.
He's not
hell.
as abrasive anymore. That's kind of cool.
Give it time.
All right.
So we need to rate this bad boy. You go first, Brandon.
Whew. I'm not huge on milk stouts, but in terms of the milk stouts and coffee milk stouts that I've encountered, this is probably up there among one of the top 3. So I would say, if I were in the market for that kind of beer, which is the qualifier I've started adding when I make my references and reviews, I would probably, I don't know, it feels pretty high, but I'd go 4.5. Because I do like the way that the coffee plays off of that. I don't love heavily lactose-laden beers. But that sweetness is just right in that. Like, it's not too much, not too little. I just really like it. And it has a nice drinkable quality. It doesn't drink some milk stouts you get, and they kind of drink like water. And that's kind of how that's mentally the association that I make with a lot of milk stouts. And it doesn't have that. It has a very nice body, but also is still very light and drinkable like a milk stout is supposed to be. So,
Yeah.
Sean?
No, it's you, buddy.
Oh, it's me. I really love coffee milk stouts. One of my favorites. I compare it to Moloko milk stout. Just had one of those the other day. Pretty tasty. If I was Tyler, I would say things like Pale Chocolate really got me in the Midnight Wheat. Obviously, I'm a big fan. The Caraform really stands out in that beer. I like what they did with it, the swirls. All
right, John's losing it. It's great.
I love it.
Careful really stands out.
Overall, really great. I would give it a 4.5 as well. I'm up there with it. Good. But it's not a barley wine. I mean, it's just like
what is, honestly.
Yeah, they even make other beer.
I mean, barley wine is life, right, Tyler?
It is excellent. I think I've been as low as a 4 in my mind, as high as a 4.5. Only reason I would think down on a 4 is I like the coffee, which means it probably needs a little bit more coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 4.25. I think it's extremely well made. Probably one of the best well made milk stouts I've had. So I'll go 4.25.
Oh, Matt, hey, you don't count. Get out of here. What are you doing?
You rascal.
Slippery noodle there.
Well, that was my name in college.
Hard to get that in the wrecking ball.
I'm gonna get to 4.5. That was really darn good. I'm pretty impressed with Drecker coming out swinging with that stout, man. Like, they can do stuff aside from the Brain series, so I'm happy to see that. I'd like to see more of this come out of them, actually.
So 4.5.
And Jim Monroe just jumped out. What's up, Jim?
What's up, Jim?
Says that one sounds good. It
was excellent. Yeah.
Tasty.
It's just not quite into that upper tier, but it's getting close.
Edging, some would say.
Some would say.
Edging on a 4.75.
Woo. So where in Elwood is it located?
So we are on the main drag through town, which is North Anderson Street, also State Road 13. So we're on the north side of that, across from the old Pizza Hut building. So Pizza Hut started switching over to their more like to-go model. So they're out by 37, where McDonald's and McClure's station is. We're across from that building.
You're across from the hut? You're across from the hut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they leave the lights on in there, so it's like a creepy haunted Pizza Hut thing going on over there. But, you know, plenty of parking over there, wink wink, as long as no one gets you in trouble when we open. So that's nice to know. But yeah, we're in another 900 to 1,000 square foot building right now. I couldn't be happier with how things are going in terms of how it looks, how it's coming together. You kind of walk into a building, especially in this small nano, I have a dream that I'm going to pursue world, and you never know how it's going to turn out. And we've been very fortunate that that building had great bones.
Good.
It could use some HVAC. It could use a couple things that we're trying to figure out right here to get wrapped up, but it's going really well. I love the color of the paint we picked out. We're going to have art from local artists on the walls.
What color is the paint?
Salmon pink.
It is Deconstruction is the title of it. It is a PPG paint from Menards. So it's a very nice paint. And it looks really nice compared to like the previous tap room colors were just like chalky white on the trim, chalky white on the ceiling, chalky white on the floor. Like it was everywhere. And so I think that and what we got planned for like the floors and the bathroom and stuff, it's going to be a really cool vibe. Even though it's in small in stature, it's going to be really cool.
That's what I hope she says.
That's what we all hope, man.
Like Mighty Mouse, small but mighty.
Exactly.
Well, today we got triple super crisp AF crisp.
Sound it out. Context, please, Tyler.
Is it as fuck or is it alcohol free?
It's
Speaking of alcohol, what was the ABV on the last one,
Oh.
Tyler?
shit.
Yeah, one job.
One job.
One job.
That might have affected my score, man.
It's 16 fluid ounces.
Knowing you hurts.
Here, I'll look at.
He just saw a number.
I'll look at it while you read the other
I don't
can.
think it's on there, man.
All right,
Man.
I'll check it.
I've learned to be suspicious of breweries that don't include their ABV.
I don't think I normally do, but
I thought Drecker usually
420.
did. 420? Oh, yeah.
There goes my invitation to Corn Maze Beer Fest. Thanks, guys.
No, he said
I was trying not to say anything.
He said 420. That's like a day to
not
celebrate. That's not a brewery.
What?
No, it's not.
Did they stop being as popular or what? I don't really see the hype
The
around
simps on Instagram really love it, but see, whereas
look at that. I found it.
I have put stupid shit in my beers too. But I just choose not to lie about them.
Brandon, you want to read it?
What does it say?
6.4%.
Yeah. So it's there.
To be served in a tulip glass, good sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. All right.
Well, this one is 100% alcohol by volume, so get ready.
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah.
Guns to see
Everclear. I wonder why they put that on there. That's a weird stat to put on there.
It is.
Pretty standard grapefruit.
100%
Yeah.
alcohol by volume.
I mean, it smells like nice and juicy. Like
Citrusy,
just
juicy.
wafting the
What I love the
receptacle
most is
here
there's
around the
not
screen. I got a nice nose bomb.
I'm sure it's a typo.
Yeah,
They
no
don't mean
chunks.
to me 100% alcohol by volume. It has to be a typo.
It's 10%. There's a decimal.
So
Come on, Tyler,
it's a
too.
10.0.
Get your shit together.
Spit it up, buddy.
Yeah. There's a decimal point there. Ah!
That makes sense now. That's totally what I was looking at.
I said that.
Yeah,
That's
said
not
it.
I
what
was
I
just
said.
being
You didn't hear
funny.
that?
Triple super crisp.
So this is a triple IPA, a hazy one.
New England style triple India Pale Ale double dry hopped with Citra and Nelson Sauvin hops.
That's at least not one of the core four.
I love the fact that when we have a guest host, or even the regular host, we give them the responsibility of reading. None of them can. None of them can.
It's a Nelson.
It's part of getting hired to be
I can
the
read
guest
just
host.
fine.
Can you read above an 8th grade level? Yeah, you can't get the job.
Yeah.
We need you not to be able to read 10
You
point font.
you can't read better than Tyler.
We might have you as a guest at some point, but definitely not a host or co-host.
New England style triple India Pale Ale.
Finish, like the aftertaste is really nice, like and juicy. I kind of get like an underwhelming finish, but then like as you taste it again, as it lingers on your tongue, it's a little
Is it like
Nice
that big
little
old
fruity.
double?
double, triple.
Big old juicy double? But no, juicy triple.
That's pretty good. It's tasty. Smells the part.
Now, Tyler 1.0 and 2.0, you're more of a traditional West Coasty IPA guy, not a
They're
big haze
definitely my
head.
favorite IPAs.
But it's just
Because I like the higher the IBU. Back in our day, we used to put
Gross.
that on the chalkboard.
Back in our day.
I used to like to blow out my taste buds for the next 2 days.
Yeah, we just put the IBUs.
That's what was funny back when I ran the bar. They had the the people who would come in who weren't like super into craft beer or anything, but they knew what they liked, and so they were coming in and trying new things, which is a part of the experience. They were like, always like, "What's the IBUs?" And it'd be like a sour, or it'd be like a blonde ale, and you're like, "That doesn't matter in this beer."
You're on the
Like,
asking the wrong
I don't
beer.
know how to tell you it doesn't matter in this particular beer. Like, you'd say like 20 in a blonde ale, which
Right,
is
no
not
way.
even like discernible, and they'd be like, "Oh no, that's too high. I like 10 or 15." It's like, oh my
Okay,
god,
that five's that big of a difference, bud?
yeah. Like, oh, I don't know. I had one that was like 80 IBUs, and that set my mouth on fire. And you're like, oh man, I love you guys. I love all the you little beer lovers.
Is that like a bless your heart situation?
Yep, 100%.
And you know, like I've had those conversations too. It's you're not wrong.
And it was like even lagers. They're like, oh, it's a hoppy lager then if it's like 15. And you're like, well, it's not a Bud Light, but it's
And what's the point where you start hitting like just higher numbers for no reason because you kind of lose the? Isn't there like a threshold?
my triple dry hop quadruple IPA that I make that's 15%. That I had at Way Out Fest 2 years ago. It was 141 IBUs, I think, and it's just stupid. It's so smooth because your tongue can only discern.
Yeah.
I forget who told. I think it was Guardian, Jared from the Guardian Brewing Company, told me like your tongue can only discern up to like 80 IBUs,
Yeah,
90
that's-
IBUs.
Yeah, I thought it was like
And
80,
anything
90
after
range,
that, your
maybe
tongue
hundo.
misinterprets that as smoothness. So when you went up to 114, 140 IBUs, some ridiculous amount, they're like, this doesn't even taste like 14.5% triple IPA. And you're like, well, yeah, that's because there's like $900 worth of hops in here.
You're welcome.
5-gallon batch.
Yeah, that was nothing compared to my Octi New England double dry hop, wet hop, triple IPA. Put a little bit of sour notes in there. 150. I did it 8 times. Octi. That's what that means.
Yeah, that just sounds like a hop and frog beer. I'm pretty sure you memorized the label.
Yeah. I think I drank that beer.
Yeah. Like if anyone's gonna do something like that, it would be hopping frog. Like
So New England style, the whatever triple double whatever it is, there is like the crisp is not like it leaves a creamy like thing on the back of your tongue that I am not a fan of.
It's that Pilsner
That's kind of
mouthfeel.
what I told him was like, there's a very underwhelming finish on it.
Yeah,
Because you're not getting that, not bitterness, but that like crisp juiciness.
right. And so a lot of these hazy that now all of a sudden they switch from the traditional West Coast IPA or your traditional IPA or whatever the case may be, where it's a dark amber color, where you get those notes. These literally just like they're very flavorful up front, but when you swallow, it's like, what is that? That's like slowly creeping in the back. I think
you get the fruitiness, lingers.
The tongue, yeah, it's like it just like a slime on the back of your like tongue. It's
I think
so
that might be a
weird.
little
Hop slime. Yes, 100%.
Honestly,
That's a great beer name, and it
Yeah.
could look like Nickelodeon
write
something
that
or
down.
another.
Yeah,
Right.
it literally it starts like towards the back of your tongue, and then it kills any taste buds you have back there,
100%.
and then just like
I'm saving it. I'm
Well,
writing it down.
damn it, you weren't quick enough, Tyler. Too now, Hop
yeah,
Slime's
now,
gonna be
now,
at the
now
next
it's
beer
Tarnished
fest in
Hollow.
Tarnished Hollow,
Copyright.
and we're gonna have to drink it from him instead of making it ourselves.
I'm trademarking everything. Not just my name.
so. Just use my face as your.
No, I'm gonna use you for the illustration.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
what I'm
one.
saying.
Just slime you.
Yeah.
And then take a photo.
Yeah, there you go.
Give me a. Get something. I really want that.
But I do think that is a fair enough comment, because the hazies are more the approachable IPA, like for the people that aren't the hopheads like me and
Sure.
sane people.
Look at him saying he's a hop.
Can
That's
we get
cute.
No, I said
some
I'm
of the
not.
slime kind of on his eyes a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Maybe down his chin.
Yeah.
yeah,
dribbling into his beard.
Come on, guys.
I'm gonna need him to push his pecs together.
Well, we don't tell you for that one.
So
Yeah, bigger isn't always better.
That's so every brewery does that. They now went away. You can't really find traditional IPAs or West Coast IPAs. It's all this New England double dry hopped.
When I was
Hazy.
at
Hype train.
Great Fermentations one time last summer, and they were talking about they'd watched some videos about these brewers
Maybe you
that
can
are
find
known
the percent.
for
Oh, it's 10%. Sorry.
that are known for traditional like West Coast IPAs on the West Coast, and they've even changed up the way that they're brewing.
Yeah.
They're doing like mash hopping and things like that now, and I forget the one. It was like there's a different method of hopping. It wasn't like thiolized or anything like that, but they were like all experimenting. So when you go out there and you're like, hey, I brought this West Coast IPA from an Indiana brewery, they're like, this isn't West Coast anymore. And how it's just like completely different now because they're messing around with all these new techniques in the smaller breweries around there.
Yeah.
They are coming back. There's been a couple breweries. I was in Columbus. Can't remember which breweries over there in Ohio, but I've had a couple just traditional West Coast traditional IPAs, whatever the case may be.
Listerman.
No, not Listerman.
I wanted to say it for your benefit.
And then also DV8 has had a few West Coast IPAs that they've kind of got into. So I think it's making a kind
Resurgence.
it's like, hey, look at this new beer we got. It's West Coast IPA. You know, like,
This is the new style. It's the old style. Yeah, everything's new again.
Pliny the Younger was released recently.
Yeah.
So it's for its annual release. So
Yeah.
Well, at least that's not its anal
How
release.
does it
That'd be.
differ from
I think it's a
Pliny
triple.
the Elder? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't we know some people that's going to be heading that way sometime soon?
No.
Not soon enough?
No.
Oh.
All right. Time for the big rating.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
John.
Oh, shit.
John.
No, it's you. You go first.
Oh, I go first?
Yeah.
I'm like a 3 on that. Just... What's the difference? What's the fucking difference between any other one? Obviously, there are ones that do it right. They get the finish right. That you get the juice all the way through, and you get the kind of the hop finish and all of that stuff. But hop slime is not for me.
I didn't know what to think because I actually enjoyed it, and then he just said, "What's the difference?" And I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'll go 3 1/4 because I do think it's a slightly
peer
above.
pressure.
I think it's a slightly above average one, but it is what New England IPAs are now. They're just big juice bombs that they taste pretty good, but yeah, if you
It's like not even like I'm kind of my baseline is
all
like
the same.
orange juice.
Yeah.
Like if you drink a New England, it doesn't have to taste like orange juice.
Sure.
But if you drink a New England IPA, you get the sugary sweetness of the juice and all that. But then it's like you get that zing. Like That's
zing,
how a
yeah.
good
Sure.
New England to me is, and that's how when it first started becoming popular, the guys that were in the state making a few that I thought were really good that we carried in the tap room and stuff. I really enjoyed those because they had that like juice bomb, but then you're like, oh yeah, I still feel it. There's still hops in this. It's still really awesome and zingy, I guess. So yeah, that's.
And that
Where you at
equates
on
to
I'm at probably a 3 on this one.
All right. So that's a 3 average.
and Matt.
Like,
It doesn't matter what your score is. No.
well played. I lean more into the hazes than all you guys. But, I think nose was great. It did a good flavor up front. Finish wasn't the best, but not bad. Like 10%, I'd give it a 3.5. Like it's, better and then worse on that average of hazy flavor. So with the ABV little matte boost.
Compare that to Sun King's
sorry,
collection and Sun King shot.
3.5.
Yeah.
That hazy was legit
really good.
That comes
on
to
your last
3.
Yeah.
All
I had
right.
another one I was really impressed by in their IPA line.
The next one is.
No,
Big
no,
plus
we'll
two
probably
smell.
We'll probably do a break.
I was
Do a
gonna say,
break.
do a break.
Yeah.
We don't have no comments or nothing?
Not a whole lot. No, it's low comment day. It's because everyone's watching and they're just enjoying the show. They're not typing, right? Gang online. Yeah.
Cricket sound.
All right. Hop on a break here for a couple minutes. Be back in just a few, guys.
Yep.
All right, cool.
BRB. There it is.
Apparently tonight. You're two bearded guys.
Yeah.
Tyler two, Mudhog Q and B.
Three.
Some people are going to be looking for that.
Three
Yeah,
bearded guys.
It's true. Did Tyler tell you about the pitch I made to him when about shaving his beard? I'd buy him some beer if he shaved off his beard, like Barton.
No.
From Banana on Tap.
You didn't
So
say
Barton
that.
clean cut himself. I know we're not doing an introduction, but he shaved and cut his hair and everything. And Tyler was like, "Yeah, I did the same." And he took like an inch off of his beard, and it looked the same. So I just commented a GIF that was the office. It's the same photo. And he was like, "No, it's not." And I was like, "I'd buy some beer to see you be as crazy as Barton and shave it all down and everything." He's like, "There's not an amount of beer." So I said, "I guess I got to put that three clean shaven beer boys special episode on the back burner."
No.
That's
we're not
hilarious.
doing that.
I've never seen John clean shaven. As long as I know you, like not usually as robot. When I first met you, you had a lot high and tight around the beard, but never seen you clean shaved.
Never. I don't.
That's your wife.
Don't let no razors touch this skin.
Razors that touch beards will not touch mine.
Grave before shave, buddy. Well, welcome back.
I've never clean shaven. I've never clean shaven.
Not true.
Ever.
Not true. Because you hadn't until you did.
Till when?
A couple Halloweens ago. Yeah, because
You've been got.
you asked me, you were like, "Hey, I'm Tyler 2.0. I need to borrow your your regular razor. Can I do that?" I'm like, "Weird, but yeah, here you go."
He handed
And-
you a women's razor for his hairy leg.
Hey, I use a pink razor because it's got more moisturizer. Don't judge me.
Wow.
Kidding. I've got a beard too. Come on. No. Then you came out as 11 with like completely baby faced.
Oh.
Yeah, from Stranger Things 11. You had the nosebleed and no stubble, nothing.
Distant memory.
Yeah, drank that one away, huh?
All right.
I'm sure there's a picture somewhere.
As he looks at you.
Welcome back. I mean, I remember dressing up as 11, but I don't remember.
Yeah, you borrowed my Gillette for that. Like, you dedicated a character.
So one time in my life.
Gillette Salil razor.
So yeah, that was. I guess I did.
You were cracking a couple of those 100% alcohol by volume. Or you just thought you were. They were 10%ers.
Fucking decimals get me every time.
I got a 100% pay increase. Woohoo!
Yeah.
No, it's a 0.01, buddy.
Ah, shit.
Shit. What's that equal in decimals?
0.0. Those are equal in decimals.
This is something. Welcome back to Guys with Beards That Are Twos.
Solid.
Damn it, that word.
Just on the edge of a 3.
Are we saying like the 2X Club or what?
Or just a 2 on a 10.
Just the edge of 3.
Everything that you could think
Back
of
to
a
the
2 is here. No higher. Except for the beer. Because we're averaging like a 4.
Which is actually a better than bad situation.
Or 40.
if you're really bad with decimals.
I mean, one beer we rated a 425.
On a 5.0 scale, that's impressive.
He's gonna drink from an empty glass.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what are we drinking?
That one's full to the brim,
All
boys.
right.
Abusive stout.
I'm Tyler, Chris. Yeah, Chris, Tyler. Brandon.
Mudhog QB.
That's Holder Brandon. Which,
Holder Brandon.
yeah, that sounds a lot,
fits,
a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
That's a character in a
Holder
book.
Brandon!
And I'm sure, sorry, I don't know your guys' Instagram handles.
That's fine. I'm at Tarnished Hollow for
Okay.
the brewery.
All right.
When I did the barbecue festival in Noblesville the first time, I did Mudhog B&Q. Everybody was so fucking confused. I'm
I
like,
get it. The moment
I'm
I
like,
saw
it's
it.
beer and barbecue.
But it's not
Reason
BBQ.
But everybody had BBQ.
Yeah.
So everybody was just confused.
Oh, okay.
So
I get yours and I get confused. I see both sides to that
It's like
fence.
comedians. Have you seen the general population? They're kind of dumb.
So we have Brandon, obviously, owner of Tarnished Harlow Brewery in Elwood, right on Main Street.
Yeah.
Looking to open first week of May.
Probably a little further in May.
Ish, May-ish.
But start brewing as early as that. That's the goal.
No, looking to open sometime in May, maybe June, just depending on how paperwork goes.
You know how it is. I was very optimistic, but hey.
It's like building a
government
house.
going to government.
Yeah, it's never done as early as you think it is.
And I fought for it for 3 years, so I
Fan-
figured what's another month or two.
Very true.
Excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. Fantastic artwork, fantastic beer. Overall, great guy.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you,
And
Tony.
great T-shirts if you see him out at a fest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're pouring up this beer. It's called Abusive Stout. Sorry, I opened it before I named
Abusive or abuse of?
it. Abuse of Stout.
So it's not going to beat me up.
It's BANANA bananas.
Oh, boys. I'm not looking forward to this one.
You picked it.
I know.
You did this to yourself. You have no one but yourself to blame.
It's-
I give you free range. Like, hey, here's all these to drink, and you
I'm a
picked
sucker
this.
for banana
I
beer.
do not like bananas.
You're a sucker.
In general, like, do you
general.
not like bananas?
Oh, sorry.
He followed that.
I was invested in this
Yeah.
conversation about his hatred.
You
of
were
bananas.
tracking that great, though, man.
The only banana I like is banana chips. It's weird.
That is
I
weird.
can eat banana chips.
Well, are those plantains, though?
I like plantains too, actually.
What?
I
Did you
do.
figure out
Do
your
you
ass
salt them
couch?
and dehydrate them and make potato chips out of them?
No.
We had a...
I eat 'em
I
from
don't know
the
if it was
Jamaican
Spanish
restaurant.
class. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are they dried, though?
No.
Really?
No.
I've only ever had plantain dried
Really?
and, like, salted like a potato chip.
No, it's
Never-
cooked up and
Hey,
it's
go to a Cuban restaurant, man. Oh, it's plantain fries. It tastes just like regular fries,
very
really.
few Jamaican or Cuban restaurants in the world.
the good one closed.
Mm-hmm.
Carmel fucking tore down their plaza they were in.
Oh, Tyler's
Not
getting
the,
boobs.
not the Broderick one?
No.
Only the Broderick one.
Somebody said I look cute.
Where is it at? The plaza in Carmel.
Where's the brewer in Carmel?
I don't see that comment.
Yeah.
fucking-
Mohawk or
the
whatever it
yeah,
is.
the coffee shop was in there.
Yeah, you guys just talking amongst yourselves or what?
I was gonna say, well, while they're having their sidebars, so back to this beer. Tyreem.
We're at the Jamaican Grill.
Hey, this one is 12%.
Woohoo!
By 1 pint. All right, so this is Abusive Stout Bananas Foster. It's an imperial stout with honey, cinnamon, walnuts, caramel, and wild Thai bananas aged in rum barrels.
Are the bananas aged in rum barrels or was the beer aged in rum barrels?
Well, man, I can only read what it says.
Was it there a comma or was it not a comma?
I think the whole thing was aged in rum barrels.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They make it and put it in rum barrels.
He didn't pause!
They like got a $500 rum barrel, and they're like, "Here's some bananas. Throw it in there and see what happens."
That's experimental.
Then we're
right
going
there.
to put it in the beer.
Yeah.
Fucking rocket science, man. It's fucking beer.
Yeah.
Transferring the bananas out of the tiny bung.
Oh, that's a picture I didn't want.
I brought my daughter's shovel in from her gardening collection. We can dig it out through there.
Matt, not only is it banana, but it's also cinnamon.
Bay Shore in
Not heavy on the
Warwick,
cinnamon,
New
though.
York.
Kind of on the nose.
It's out of New York. It's called Dubco
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
beer.
I get a really nice, very subtle rum.
That works a lot more than I thought it was going to. Between the banana and the cinnamon, like, John's throwing a shade on this. I'm actually kind of impressed with it. And now I see you told you look cute. Reem, Eric's on here talking.
Yeah.
Says Fogo
Definitely
has some
get
good
a
fried
lot of banana.
plantains. And Chris
No, I-
is definitely
cinnamon.
sexy
I
for
guess
an older
it's
gentleman.
different.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So has anybody tried Thai bananas before to know if we're tasting it or not?
Yeah.
Because they don't taste like normal
And
bananas.
then put it in the can.
I definitely like I definitely get the H and the A in the Thai bananas.
What?
Ha! I get that. That's funny.
That hurts. Yeah.
Put it in the show now.
30 minutes early, just like I said.
Yeah, that was the edge right there.
Edgemaster!
We found it.
But now we're gonna slow it down. John, you can talk.
I'm. It's not bad, but I'm struggling.
So what's your struggle on it?
I don't like the cinnamon. Like, the banana is actually not super strong in it, but the cinnamon's kind of getting me a little bit.
Like I said, the second sip for me was not quite as pleasant as the first. The first is like, oh wow, that actually was really good and well balanced. The second sip, I'm getting a lot more lopsided on the flavor.
Yeah.
It is.
This is like a Brandon beer right here because it's like
Everything.
polarizing things that I have brewed at festivals. When people are like, oh, it's just terrible. And other people are like, oh my god, I'd buy a 6-pack of this. It's kind of one of those. Like, I really enjoy it, but it's definitely a palate thing.
Yeah, it is, and it
Even
is
if you
that
like stout.
it is that red hot cinnamon style. It's not quite as bad as a red hot, but it's leaning that direction.
I wonder if it's the cinnamon or the rum barrel, or maybe a concoction.
They're
of the
playing
two
off
them.
of each other.
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
kind of
is
where you're
what
getting
I'm
at.
getting.
The smell is,
No, the smell's great.
yeah, it's like a slight banana, cinnamon.
Yeah, like it smells well balanced and it got a nice flavor on the nose. And the first drink was like, okay, I can do, pardon me, this, and now I don't think I can. This thing's fighting back.
mean,
I can drink it, but like
The more you taste it, the more it's this.
that's what I'm saying. Like the second,
Cinnamon.
it's kind of getting it's getting worse
like-
with more drinks.
Yeah, it's like more cinnamon and like, I guess, is that rum?
That's
Is it
together.
is it
It's
walnut?
blending
Did it say it has
I
walnut
think it's
in
the
it too?
cinnamon and the rum, and then they like fucked, and that's where we're getting this flavor.
reference
Which nut was it?
walnuts,
Walnuts.
caramel,
That's what I'm tasting.
and wild Thai bananas.
Yeah.
I
maybe
think
it's the
if they
Thai.
would have just used regular American bananas,
Well, see, that's what Two Toms uses. He uses overripe, I'm assuming American bananas, in his, and so that's why I
I
was
don't
kind
think
of like,
bananas are grown in America.
it is.
no. But they're the ones that are on our grocery store shelves in all their genetically modified glory.
That comes from like South America,
Hey,
right?
that's how we grow big and strong.
Chiquita.
okay?
That's the Chiquita girl.
Dole bananas are terrible, so Chiquita all the way.
Chiquita. Yeah.
I don't even now. The smell is like.
It does break apart the more you like aerate it
Yeah.
and stir it in your glass. I still really enjoy it. Like if I got a can of it off the shelf, I would not be mad about it at all.
Oh.
Not mad, just disappointed after the smell and the first sip that I liked as much as I did.
It did have a
the
good
degrading.
banana smell.
Yeah,
I find that cinnamon
now it
is-
just
is
smells
just
like cinnamon.
Too easy to overdo.
It's taking over.
Cinnamon is hard to do and do well. We've discovered as
Because
well.
as it coats
And
my
we've had
tongue-
some that I've
We've
made
had
out of
some that
pie.
have really crushed it, but more misses than hits. Like same thing with peanut
It
butter.
is
Like,
coating your tongue too.
As it coats your tongue, you get
Yeah.
more of that bitterness from that cinnamon, that bitey.
Yeah.
It falls apart.
the top.
And
extended consumption.
now it just smells like the very end. Just smells like rum. Like there's
I wish
nothing.
it did.
Cinnamon
What's your
rum,
opinion go up there, John?
Spiced rum.
It's-
I go first on this one too.
I don't know if it's to its credit or not, but it's kind of like a gobstopper though. Like you start off
It's
having
layered.
kind of more like one flavor, and then by the time you're done, you're like, oh, this tastes like something different.
No,
I do get that.
it's
Which I don't know that I think would necessarily for me be a good thing, but it's an interesting
'Cause
flavor
it goes
adventure.
from like that beginning smell and that aroma, and then you get into the middle and you get that. Right now, I'm literally
you
just
get
getting
any
the
honey?
alcohol.
yeah.
I need
Yeah,
honey.
like
I
That's what I'm
really
saying.
need
Like
that
that's
honey
why I'm
to
like. It
balance
smells like rum. It tastes like.
I feel like if they would have, what do you think? If they would have back sweetened it instead
Yeah.
with honey instead of allowing it to also ferment out.
Yeah. It needs balance. It's to me, it's the cinnamon flavor I don't like, and it's just not balanced. I don't think it's a bad made beer. I just don't think they nailed it. I think you're correct. I think some people fucking love this, but it's a palate thing. And for me, I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give it a 2.75. I want to go lower, but it's not bad. It's not a bad beer. It's just not. It's not for me.
I would probably go. I'd go 3.5.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it's
Yeah.
something that I enjoy these experimental beers. I don't expect them to be perfect every time because they're never going to be unless this is like a standard in their production line. Like this is never going to be
Oh, yeah.
perfect beer. So I appreciate the risk. I don't understand. Like, I wish there was like a description. I know it's stupid, but I wish there was a description when they're like Thai bananas. Like, what am I supposed to be tasting? Is it gonna
Maybe
taste a
they're
little
the little
different?
short
Does it also
bananas.
taste like cinnamon? Like,
Yeah.
what does it do? And then I think you and I we agreed on that with the honey.
Ain't the Thai
It should have been
bananas
back sweetened a little bit because what happens is you end up getting that cloying cinnamon dryness, the
Yeah.
dryness from the beer itself, the dryness from the honey added in, and it just kind of becomes overpowering and falls apart toward the end.
Yeah, they're the little smaller bananas.
Is that plantain?
The
Do they
little
taste like
stubbies?
normal bananas though? Like what are they?
American bananas.
It's the same size as my Glock Gen 15, so I mean, It's got to be American.
It's yellow.
Hey, none of that.
Oh God, I love it. What are you gonna give this beer?
I give it like a 2.5. I don't know. I'm glad I tasted it. It was all right at the beginning, and then it felt like it
That is a 3 average.
did something at the end.
Yeah.
Now, real question. Do you think it would have been improved? This is kind of...
Okay.
I'm
That's
poking.
the question.
Do you think it would have been improved by utilizing some form of banana extract to give you a more banana-y...
A more
Never.
yeah.
Banana
to
extract.
offset the cinnamon, to offset that, because like I've had bananas foster like pancakes and stuff. I've never actually had the dessert itself, but anything that's always claimed to be bananas foster, you can taste the banana. That's the key thing. It's on top of the damn cheesecake.
So you
or
need to
cake,
get
whatever.
some more banana in
So,
there.
do you think it would have been improved by trying to augment the banana flavor more?
I think a stronger banana flavor would have helped, but I fear that doing an extract, I don't know if it would have worked as well, because then you might have got that artificial nanner,
I think
which would have made it even worse.
I think you'd want to definitely
Or banana puree?
experiment with
That
the
might have been
different.
more-
You want to throw those banana extracts through a tasting lab to see which one might, because they're going to vary.
They all might
Yeah.
taste like runts.
And-
And that's a terrible banana flavor.
And just so we're all aware,
Did you say runts or
Runts, the freaking
Runts.
candy.
I heard something different.
so
You
banana
would.
Foster in and of itself supposed to be vanilla ice cream, brown sugar,
Which was
spiced
missing
rum,
entirely.
ripe banana with a hint of cinnamon.
Okay.
So
So yeah, they definitely overdid the cinnamon.
yeah, the cinnamon and the rum teamed up made it very more on the spicy cinnamon side. And I mean, I think the honey tried to replicate the vanilla. It didn't. Yeah.
Namwa is Thai bananas. Also, they're also used as a vegetable in there.
That
And
explains why
Cavendish,
it's not really-
Cavendish
Not much
banana
banana.
is the regular name for bananas.
American nanners?
Cavendish
Interesting.
banana,
Banana.
commonly
Listen,
available.
I learned
Cavendish
something
banana.
today.
Hey, I mean, if,
I mean,
if
Tyler
only
only
we
says
were
facts,
realistic
right?
about
Facts.
eating these bananas in this country, we might
Yeah.
have less truck owners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If everybody was okay putting a 4-inch banana in their mouth.
Was that just four?
It was
4
a
inches?
bash on you,
Yeah, I was
Mr.
like-
Truck Owner.
Like 4? This is way more than 4, bud.
Actually, it's not, because I got 6-inch shanks in the mail today for my tap wall for a cooler. And that
Did you know
motherfucker's
there's
that
apple
long.
bananas?
And so I walked out to my living room and I told my wife, I said, I've been lying to you about 6 inches ever since the relationship started.
You've been edging her this entire time, buddy?
I've been deceitful. I was unaware of what 6 inches actually looked like. Leave it up to starting a brewery to show me that I was less of a man than I thought.
That's
6 inches?
Roughly, probably to that opening to the bottom. That's what a 6-inch shank is, at least.
Ladies.
Well, moving on from shanks to beers. What's that next?
what about some apple bananas?
Oh, God.
What's that?
They're exceptionally sweet candy apple bananas. They're grown rarely in tropical forests in Hawaii. The flesh is firm and has a slight pinkish tone.
Have you seen the blue ones?
The sweet, moist fruit is perfect for
Blue
snacking
banana?
or using in dessert.
That sounds off-putting.
Pulling up the blue banana.
That sounds like you gotta pay extra for sure. Workman says $1 bill is 6 inches, dumbasses.
Who measures dollar bills?
Blue Java banana.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
It's a cold tolerant banana that tastes the flavor reminiscent of vanilla ice cream.
Ooh.
I mean, considering that Reem measures in shot glasses when he cooks, like this is a new measurement tool now is $1 bill. We can, you can go home and double check something real quick.
I feel like if you're going to throw out money facts, you should know. You should know a lot about money, and I don't. I don't have any.
All right.
So that next beer. Let's go to the sushi beer. Come on.
Roll it.
Actually, it's marshmallow, cocaine,
My favorite beer already.
guava fruit.
And I don't know why.
All right, this is called E.T. Stay Home 19 Royal Treatment.
God, I love Evil Twin. He's just so unique. Such a...
They've been around for a while. I used
Is
to
it just a
love
he?
their beer.
Is it like Cher or like?
Yeah, his name's like Giuseppe or Yeppy or something. It's a Swedish name. And he started doing contract brewing at all these different breweries around the East Coast and like North Carolina and stuff. And just like at the beginning of COVID, he opened a 5-barrel brew house in Brooklyn. I mean, honestly, he was kind of the inspiration for like my business model originally when I tried to get people to contract brew with me. So that all went to shit. So I'm gonna do it myself. So fuck everybody.
Yeah, he was.
I'm gonna be my own boss.
If you want something done right, you do it yourself.
Yeah. So
What was that beer we used to drink back in the day at Muncie that was Evil Twin, like Yin and Yang or whatever the case may be?
I've drank a lot of beer since then.
Because there's a liquor store in Muncie that is the Friendly Package right off of
they carry
the
all
balls.
of those.
They used to have a wall of 6-pack beers.
And you picked your own 6-pack.
And it was like, it was way before its time. And then the Herat was there. So it was a big craft beer scene right there in Muncie.
Surprisingly for,
back in 2009.
the mid 2000s, late 2000s,
Well, anytime I would go over to Muncie, like if I had to do anything at Guardian or something, I would always swing by the Friendly Package because it had stuff that like you couldn't get other places. And it's still the case around Noblesville at least. Like Mr. G's went out and Noble does okay, but they don't have the like here's one can of this extremely out there weird one-off thing.
Now you got Total Wine.
Yeah, now they're just doing it. 7.2 alcohol.
Yeah.
So you got all the adjuncts in there, little buddy?
Yep. So this is an Imperial Goose.
Collab. I missed that gold.
You gotta watch on the retape.
Imperial Goza with pink guava, mango, pineapple, salt, coconut, cocoa, marshmallow, and vanilla. It says keep refrigerated and +, drink fresh.
Special.
Yeah.
He's
This
my
is gonna
kind of
be
special.
You got like a sour with some cocoa. And,
It smells delicious.
The cocoa or coconut? I heard
I
coconut.
had both.
Yeah,
Dude,
okay.
you know what? I was super like normally I have no confidence in the beers that I brew. It's just a creative person
Yeah.
thing. But
I get it.
I was
I have no
very
confidence in
impressed.
the show.
Okay, so this is an unwarranted plug for Science Project Brewing. Cody and I's collaborations we did.
Oh, which is out tonight.
It is out tonight. So that's our third collaboration. So our first collaboration was a cherry cheesecakes pastry sour. It was really solid. I was very impressed with how that thing ended up turning out. And then our second one was a red wine barrel aged strawberry white chocolate sour.
That sounds
So it was
interesting.
aged in a red wine barrel for a month and a half or 2 months, and it really pulled out a lot of that red wine quality.
Nice.
And then tonight, I haven't tried this one yet. I haven't been up there just because of the sickness and all that stuff. But is our melting crematorium.
Ooh.
It's the Rocky of the ice cream beers, ice cream imperial stouts. So
Yeah.
that one is with marshmallows, almond natural flavoring, and then 36 pounds of chocolate soft serve mix.
Ooh.
So all that blended into an imperial stout. And
So, and one more time, where can they find this at?
Science Project Brewing in Logansport. That is head brewer Cody and owner Tim. They are just awesome people, and they've got really good pizza. Their pizza is phenomenal. Anytime I've been up there brewing, we've had one. So I just awesome place. Give them a shout out, and they're doing cool things up there.
And once again, available starting
Starting tonight, they tapped the third collaboration, and the other two are still on, I believe. So we've done really well. They've all gotten over 4s on Untapped.
Nice.
Nice.
It's been really awesome to see. There's a few people that's just not their thing.
Well,
But that's just how it is.
have they drank your beer?
Probably. Well, probably not.
You are.
There is someone.
You are a
One of
mad
my
scientist.
fans on Facebook drove up there. I think they're from Terre Haute. I'm not sure, but they drove up and like went there for that release that night to try both of those, and I thought that was really cool. The pastry
This is
sour.
really cool.
So that was really cool. They're just doing some really cool stuff. Cody's coffee stout is really nice. Their pizzas are so good. So go there, patronize their business.
Logansport.
They do awesome stuff. Cody's a great brewer.
I've got to say the color of this beer is very off-putting.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord,
Yeah.
It's
this
like
is delicious though.
It smells amazing.
looking at everyone
I
else.
see everything floating around.
Yeah,
that
looking at
they put
everyone's
into
glass. I
it.
don't know if I got the worst of it or if we all got the same thing, but
Oh no, I got
Rinse is looking
cocoa
a
floating
lot-
to the bottom.
Yeah.
yeah, like that's.
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have looked at the bottom. Don't look at the bottom.
It's
Oh.
cocoa. It's cocoa.
But
It's cocoa until it swims.
This is
Oh my god.
proof that even ugly things can still taste good.
I'm so mad at this.
There's
You
hope for me.
still got hope, Matt.
Woo! But yeah, for as much stuff as in this, you get a lot of different flavors out of it. They aren't overpowering each other, and it kind of works.
Let's
This
see.
is like
It's
the
fucking dumb.
Say
Yeah.
yes if you taste it. Pink guava.
Yes.
yeah,
Mango.
Yes.
I think so.
Pineapple.
yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Salt.
Yeah.
Tad.
Coconut.
Oh yeah.
Cocoa.
Not strong, but yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely cocoa.
Marshmallow and vanilla.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep.
What?
Refrigerated.
Keep refrigerated.
I need-
You taste the refrigerated part?
See, when Tyler 2.0, we need a boo button, John. Do we work on that?
Oh yeah, I'll get it. I'll
If
make
you're going
it
to steal someone's identity,
Yeah.
you've got to at least do a good job of impersonating.
I mean, this just doesn't quite cut it. Like, that's not enough.
I got a mix like 6-pack from someone who had the holiday package of Hoosier Brewing, and I was like, "There's no way it tastes like all these things." And then I
Yeah.
drank it, and I was like, "Oh, it upsets me how great this is."
And he does a good job. Too.
Yeah,
Like
phenomenal.
he does a great job. And he's another one. When he was on the show, he's like, I really just drink like lagers and pilsners.
Mhm.
He's like, I hate the stuff that I brew. Not that he hates it. He just hates brewing it.
When you're around it all the time, that's
Yeah.
my thing. Like when you're around it and you try it, when you're trying, like, does this taste ruined? Like, is this batch ruined because I put some weird, I smoked paprika in this?
Right.
And it's like you're not
I
out
put
there
peppercorn
itching to
in
try
this beer.
another peppercorn beer. You're like, I want the crispest, cleanest thing that's gonna sit nice on my palate.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. And their beers, I didn't have really a bad one at all out of Hoosiers. So A+ to him, A+ to this.
Evil twin.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at this.
I really am.
With everything that's
So
in it,
good.
this really shouldn't work. And
But it
kind of
works so
competing
well.
flavors like mango and chocolate and like
Right.
Is
there's
that
so much like
cacao?
citrus
Would you
fruits
say
and
that's
then like
ground up cacao, or did he actually put cocoa powder?
decadent
See, I've
candies.
used cacao, and I don't remember that being a thing at all. So I really feel like it's cocoa powder.
It's distributed by 12% LLC.
That's like a giant collaboration of a bunch of different breweries.
God, I'm
You
On
go
the East
first on
Coast.
this one.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's you.
We'll need a rinse on this one.
okay.
Oh, I
Okay. This goes against everything I started brewing for, but I kind of fell into because I enjoyed doing stupid shit just like I do when I'm cooking.
It's
I
kind
think-
of fun. That's why I'll never be good at competitions.
I think 4.75.
I won't
I would
do
give
the
it a
same shit over and over.
4.75. I would search this
475.
out. I mean, I wish we could filter some shit. Like,
Where can you buy this?
I wish we could filter.
That's probably a Tavor thing. If I was a wager.
I'm gonna have to look. Evil Twins sold a lot around here, though.
Yeah. Mr. G's used to have some, I think, before it was Noble.
Here we are. I mean, this is going to be a seek it out because here we are trying to see where we can find it at.
Yeah.
Because that thing, I wouldn't like drink it if I was
Total
just like
Wine.
cooking or something. Like I want to have
Let's
a
see if
beer while I
Total Wine
crush while I
has it.
smoke. But
What's it called? Stay home, eat.
Stay home.
You have it right over there.
Hey, I'm trying to.
reading's not his strong suit.
Yeah.
We've already covered
So
this.
here we have covered that.
I'm trying to remember by heart.
It might have a period or a decimal point in it, and he'd get confused.
It's not available in Ann Arbor, that's for sure.
Oh, are you on Untapped looking for it?
Yeah, but I haven't logged into it with this phone, so I don't know what my password is.
That's something. Okay, so if you're a brewer or bartender that watches the show, I want to know if Untapped is still useful because I've yet to pay them my $800 or whatever dollars to become a registered venue for when we open. And I want to know if it's worth it because I got a big old flat screen spot on my walk-in once I'm open that's going to be on the walk-in.
You should talk to Stefan about that. Him and Drew from Hoplore. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know I talked to him about the whole on tap thing, like
I
how the
briefly
scores on that
have
are.
conversed with Drew.
There's
Awesome guys, great dudes.
Very much so. He came up on stage when we were on the Paramount 2 years ago in Anderson
Nice.
and introduced himself.
the only place I've ever really seen it at is Traders Point Brewery. They have it up there.
They used to have it at Indie Craft Brew, I know, but I mean, granted, that's not really like
It's not.
they're more of a
anymore.
tap house, and that's also not a thing anymore.
Probably paid too much time.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be cheaper, and so apparently everybody's like, "Oh, it's actually pretty."
I haven't
If
used
you're good at
I
something,
haven't
never
used
do it for
Untapped.
free.
I haven't used Untapped in so long. Like
Well, and that's the thing is like at Brewfest, I get so many
at one point, you just like
people
How
that
are
were
you
used to-
really?
Also, it's their whole series.
How are you really tasting it? Like, how are you really distinguishing between like after so long a 3.25 and a 3.5.
That's why I never started.
That's
You
how
know what I
I've
mean. Like,
I'm
what are you
obsessed
really?
with it for a while.
If you got this style of beer, like a porter, IPA, whatever it is, like, what are you really like? 3.25, 3.5. Like, what are you really?
Well, you have to.
Well, that's why you pay for the
define
extra so you can get the
Two Beerded
decimals.
Guys
Yeah.
does, man.
Well,
No,
the average person
Can only
is
taste 5 things.
their average review is like 3.5.
Yeah.
And every single
And
mine
but-
is. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
Because like they're not like most of the beers that I drink. They're not bad beers, but they're not like, oh my god, this is like 4.5.
Yeah.
And I don't want like the people. I don't rate anybody I know's beers because it's like that's a disservice to them if they like need
Yeah.
that. Like if that's something that's important to their like marketing and their quality, I'm not gonna review it
Right.
because it's like if it's a
Or you're
perfectly
going to be a
good-
bud and
right. I'm
throw
rating
a
it
solid.
high.
Yeah.
And so that to me, both of those feel kind of like dishonest in a way. And so I'm just like, even if like I did rate Creatures of Habit has a really good pre-prohibition
They're not bad, yeah.
Pilsner or lager. I think it was a lager.
This
I
fucking
had.
thing was fucking tasty.
Right.
Oh, that was.
That Remo's
So
Revenge.
I rated it because it was the first one I'd had in a while from them, and it was I just rated it. It was really solid, and so that's kind of my thing with Untapped. Is like there's like people that are just like so shitty in their reviews. They're like, I just can't with these sours, and you're like, all
Then
right,
why'd you
then
get a
why are you
sour?
fucking reviewing it?
Yeah.
Like we had a bar patron, Joe Pratt was his name, and if he's watching or whatever,
Not
he's
naming names, but
he's a great dude. He's an awesome dude.
Joe Pratt.
He can drink a beer and tell you the hops it's in.
You're gonna
Like,
get fucked
is
up
just-
tonight.
Dude is out there, and he's awesome. He's a great person, and he always told everybody when they're trying to review stuff on Untapped, because we got a lot of new Untapped users through the bar that I had with craft beer, and he was always like, rate to the style. Like that was his thing. Was like, if it's a Pilsner, rate it to a Pilsner. Don't be like, I don't like this one because it doesn't taste like what I like. And so I always took that to heart. That's why I always am very critical of my reviews, because I have him in the back of my head being like, hey,
To the style.
rate to the style. Don't rate to like what you like or what your favorite style is. If you don't like sours, don't fucking rate it at 0.25.
I'm not the abrasive one, but the one time I pushed back on somebody's fucking beer review on one of those Facebook groups was, this red beer tastes like tomatoes. I'm like,
Was
yeah.
it a Michelada?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. It's a red beer.
It's
It's
a beer
got
with
tomato
tomato
juice
juice.
in it.
Hey, I'm, by the way, trying to get in good with Red Gold because I've got a Mexican lager
Yes.
with their chili sauce that I really want to make a signature Michelada with.
I'm in.
So
Do the.
I got some contacts to
I
make.
trust
if you say Tahini Rim, I'm gonna punch you.
With a Tahini rim,
Oh God damn it!
because I don't have liquor, so I got to get creative with my beer cocktails, boy.
Although I do think the
gonna
Untapped
work
conversation is interesting because I didn't realize how much that affected the brewer end, like the business end of that, until I had a conversation with brewers. Because like as just a John Q beer drinker, I'm like, oh, I just didn't like that. Boom, like I'm not on Untapped, but I can see why people like,
Right.
oh hey, rate high, I liked it. Rate low, I didn't like it, so I won't get it again.
Right.
But then people are using that as like grading scales for breweries.
I think it was.
It's like, oh man, when did that shift happen, or was it always that way and people just didn't realize it? Like, I think that's something to take into consideration using that app, because I don't know that people know that,
No,
or if they don't. And I think it seems
And a lot of people rate to their preference.
yeah, because how do you?
Yeah,
it
that's
seems
how
like it
I
should
would
be.
rate it.
It seems like it should be something for your own
Rate to
use for
style,
like if I
bro.
want to have this again or not.
Yeah,
but
you're
it's
right.
getting broad scaled to like a much bigger usage than that,
Right.
which seems almost unfair to
Well,
both ends.
And on the flip side of that, like as Hoosier discussed, if they want to sell stuff into 4, which
You've
is
gotta be,
had as a large
4
reach
point
now,
whatever above,
you have
right?
to be over 4, and that's just that's what they're
Yeah,
choosing.
but so agree, disagree, agree to a certain point. So if I'm rating that for myself, I'm not rating it I'm rating it on how I'm drinking it.
And I get
right?
that because you want to remember, did
But
I
I'm
like
not,
it? Did I not?
and yeah, and I'm gonna say, hey, I really liked it, whatever the case may be, and then that's the point of that rating scale, right? It's not like, oh, am I gonna do a Google review based off like how I experienced other moving companies or whatever the case may be? Am I gonna go in there like, well, comparatively to this other moving company, they didn't
break anything.
They're a 4, and this other one was like a 2, like, but they still broke half my shit. They just didn't break all of it. Like, yeah, Like, it's the same thing. Like, I know that I'm a responsible consumer, so I'm like, I'm not a big fan of probably barrel aged, like super barrel aged. So it's probably something that I wouldn't get on there and rate,
Right?
Because it's like I'm tasting it just out of curiosity.
You're not normally
So
going to
yeah,
go
you're not
there.
gonna rate
Right.
that.
Yeah, and I'm
Well,
not going to be
that's how a
like,
couple
hey,
of us
I
have
don't like barrel aged, but I'm going to try this one, see if it changes my mind. And if I did like it, I'd probably say, hey, I'm not a barrel aged fan, but this one's a really good one.
Right.
It surprised me.
That's good
right?
middle ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
that's a good way. That's a good way to view it.
But also,
100%.
I use it for like a reference where if I go in
What beer
like,
at
have
this
I
moment
had
did I
this
really
one?
like? Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, so I
oh,
mean,
yeah,
like,
I had
if
it
you
like
wanna
7
check
years
it.
ago. I
Right.
didn't like it, and I'm not probably not gonna like it now. Like, and so that's how I feel like it should be, not to like,
So,
boost or
what
diminish
we've learned
Untapped
is Untapped.
or the brewers.
Listen, guys, rate the style. However, if you're going to use it for your own personal use, if you don't like it, just don't rate it.
Or
But then-
put a note in the description.
Well, that's my thing. Like, how do you know, like,
mine-
for later if you go back around? Because, like, with Randall, we're on the audience because we drink beers like water. But if you're like, I didn't like this, and we were just looking through the fridge today. Have we had this? I don't know.
Well, yeah, and that's what.
If only we had a resource we could use to see if we had it.
Like my dividing line on that is like always when, if it's like if there's a paragraph or sentence or whatever they put like on there, like, hey, it's not my thing, because like we've got a couple on Cody and I's collaborations. It's like it's not as sour as I would like a sour to be, but it's still a great experiment. I really like it. Da, da, da.
Sure.
Like that's fine, but it's the ones that are like that low effort, like Facebook review type. It's like, I don't like fucking dark beer. It's like, then don't come review my beer that you had 2 ounces of
Yeah,
at a
you
festival.
sh-
Like, this
Yeah,
fucking
you
sucks because every
should-
dark beer sucks.
I mean, it's a perfect metaphor. You shouldn't just rate something you don't like,
Right.
You know, higher because it's a bad experience. You know what I
Right.
mean? Just like the
Like if I was to
like a
go
moving company, I'm
find a
like-
restaurant and I'm like, I don't like this kind of food. I don't want Jamaican food.
restaurant sucks.
1 star. This restaurant
Yeah.
sucks. I've never.
It's like
I had a sample platter
That's
somewhere.
kind of on you, buddy.
yeah, you would know. You'd be like, hey, it's not as good as the Jamaican, restaurant down the street, but they're
Yeah.
doing pretty
So
good.
that's
On the
how I
flip side
learned
of
to
that,
just
I
let
like
it go.
Jamaican food.
and
Eh?
not
As the
care
jerk on the
as
corner?
much.
Yeah.
So here's the middle ground, right? If you know you don't like barrel-aged stouts, don't rate barrel-aged stouts unless you find one that you like. If it's not good, you don't like it, then don't fucking rate it.
You
I,
should
I
still
wouldn't
check
just-
it in.
I wouldn't go to somewhere and be like, somebody would probably be like, this is the best beer. It's gold star fucking barrel aged stout, and I go in there and be like, fucking suck ass barrel aged stout, 1 star. Like I fucking
Well,
hate
see,
barrel
because
aged
you
stouts.
can not review.
And
That's
then
the
they're
thing.
like,
Is you
yeah.
can check it in to like for your own reference.
Yeah.
Because I use that a lot too.
But if you
I
have,
can't- I
in
realize
your
that.
particular case, if you have a West Coast IPA, and it's the fucking worst West Coast IPA you've ever had, I would expect you to rate that low.
Yeah.
Because that is your style.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but
It needs
I'm
to
not
be
gonna be like,
red,
oh,
it needs to be
fucking
flair.
world beer,
West
world
Coast
beer,
IPA.
fucking, a gold war to winner. You
I
know
feel
what I
that
mean?
way
Fuck
about
them,
Two Hearted.
like they
Those Two
fucking
Hearted, I feel that
suck.
way.
Fuck them. You know what I mean? Like it just
Over- I
that.
wouldn't review it.
I mean, you gotta be responsible when you're reviewing stuff. Like
Because that's how I
obviously,
view it. Is like you said, you're a responsible consumer.
yeah,
Like if I'm like giving people a roadmap of like what I like and things like that,
yeah.
that's kind of how I have ended up viewing it, and that's also what's allowed me to kind of step back from it and be like, okay, I don't give a shit what people say about my beer.
That was a very passionate discussion of Untapped.
I mean, that's a
because
good
it is
conversation,
a-
though. Like, I mean,
and-
that's because I've talked with multiple people in the industry about that. It's like, I didn't realize how deep that shit ran until I talked to people on the other side of the bar.
Sure, it's just like a Google review, I'm sure, to a certain point. Like, you make a beer and then somebody, like, hey, I'm allergic to bananas, but I'm going to try this banana stout. Be like,
I
fucking,
broke out in hives.
yeah, 1
Half a
star,
star.
has fucking bananas in it. Like,
Didn't
I thought
say it in the name. It's called abusive stout. How's I didn't know that there's bananas in it?
Yeah. I mean, at one point, you really got to fucking pay attention to yourself. You got to be self-aware.
Or you could just take Eric's approach. He just gives them all 3.5 and goes about his day. He's on the he's on the IMDb scale. You know, like everything on IMDb is between like a 4 and a 6, and like Eric just lives in that world on Untapped.
I like that though.
3.5.
3.5. 3.5. That's the best beer I've ever had. 3.5. There's gonna be better ones.
Worst beer I ever had.
Always a
3.5.
bigger fish.
All right, so sorry, the banana stout.
Nope. The Crazy Goza.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was really good.
the kitchen sink goza.
Yeah,
Oh shit, we still need to score this bitch, don't we?
4.75, 4.5. I
Oh, yeah.
mean, whatever. I'd 4.5. Sure.
This is a relatively new beer.
I'll go 4.5 on it too. For a Goza, could I wish? Now I'm being nitpicky, which is why it's 4.5. I would want a little bit more of that sour tartness, that sea salt, but it's fucking delicious. It's 4.5. Matt,
I really want to kick myself. I'm gonna give that motherfucker a 4.75. Like,
nice.
dude, that was stupid. Everything that's in that
It was.
shouldn't
It
have
really
worked.
was.
It was balanced. It was delicious. Like, everything was against
4.5.
that thing working, and it crushed.
Yeah, it did. Nice job.
That's a high bar there, Evil Twin.
That might
Good
be my
job.
favorite Evil Twin beer.
Yeah, that was really fucking good.
I don't know. I've had some really good Evil Twin beers
It's dumb, but it
that I can't remember. I have to look up on Tapped and see which ones were fucking my favorite.
3.5, 2 stars.
For real, I got like
we're gonna end this
a lot of them on there. I'm sure I could look it up and be like,
What a great way to
fucking
end it.
smoke dog.
I mean, it could
Oh, it
be like
smells like
Primeval,
fucking-
where
It's
that's
nice
like
and
one of the
smoky.
most
Smells like
popular
meat.
beers is their smoke.
Oh.
Listen, the roast beer is fucking great.
See,
but-
John, did you hear
my
that?
God.
Reem said it smells like meat. I mean,
Oh,
tell me sure.
see, that's not
pour it,
bad.
Just pour.
That falls in the realm of my
smells like meat.
steakhouse.
Smells like
beer
meat.
that I made last year. For
It smells like beef jerky.
It does.
I'm more excited now.
I've found that Sugar Creek malts
If this
have
is
a better
umami-
flavor profile on the smoked world.
I can't
No,
with you.
Kevin gave us a good description of that. I can't remember what it was.
Savory.
No, because savory's its own category.
No, it's not.
You said it was.
It's not what. Oh my god, we argued this drunk as hell for
Yeah.
like 3 hours.
Savory is not its own category.
See,
Oh, I thought it
this
was.
is one of those that I would just not review because it's going to be a great beer probably, but I'm just like I cannot stand smoked beers.
Have you ever tried Primeval's smoke? That one's actually.
I have not, but I do see that it's one of their most popular.
That's a very
ones.
successful one. It
They-
walks a good balance
They
on that.
excel in those traditional European styles,
Mhm.
100%.
You might want to move the cans from the can so the one can be seen on the can.
But otherwise, it's the cans.
They're
Eric
right.
says he's always liked Evil Twins. No Matter Vice. Is that the one you're thinking
Yeah.
of, Reem?
No, I mean, there's a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he's brewed for
Yeah.
12 years.
Yeah.
12 years he was contract brewing before he
Oh, was that long? Jeez.
started. Yeah, he's
Oh,
His
it does
brother-
smell like beef
his
jerky in
brother-
the best way. It's like soury sweetness.
twin brother
It
is the
smells
brewer
like beef
of and
jerky.
founder of McKellar.
Yeah.
What?
So he's the
Yeah.
evil twin. He is.
He's the evil twin of I
That's
just
fun.
got layers. That's amazing.
Fun.
Speaking of awesome, that can art is pretty sweet, Wayfinder. Good job. It's like enlightened eight-eyed goat.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink it.
I didn't either.
It's like drinking a steakhouse.
I just bit into a beef stick.
That's pretty good.
Fuck.
Maybe it's not, but I think
It
it
tastes just like beef jerky. Like liquid beef jerky.
I just had a Slim Jim 2 nights ago. And it's like the same fucking.
It
vibe.
really is.
and not that dissimilar of a texture.
Yeah, it's not.
That's more of a knock on Slim
The
Jim.
way it goes down.
I need some cheese.
It's
with
all
this. I need some
processed
spicy
meat at
mustard
the end
with
of the
this.
day.
Oh, God damn it.
It's good.
I mean, that's for a smoked bock. That works. I mean, it's not overly smoked. It's not like I just got done puffing a cigar. It's got a decent balance
I
to
would
it.
almost take the cigar puff over the meat puff.
I
Like
love it.
I did it as a joke when we did Way Out this year.
Can you write meat puff down?
We got this
I
one.
brewed a smoked steak beer and I used a bourbon barrel
Meat
aged
puff.
salt
Trademark.
in it. And
I'd
it
like
just,
to get
Did you
that
put a little
trademark.
TM beside it
Yeah,
and
we got
circle
that
it?
meat. Yep. Meat puff. Yep. All right, we got it.
Yeah.
that's the key to any good brunch is a good meat puff.
Hey, you got IPA
Martha
slime.
Stewart.
We got meat puff.
It's not IPA slime.
What was it?
Hop slime.
Hop slime. Shit.
Hop slime.
That's close.
I don't know if this is good or not.
I don't really even know if it's to style or not. This is my thing.
Right.
I'm like trying to be fair, and I'm like, I've had a decent amount of box.
So
it feels like it's on the sweeter side of box.
Yeah.
Eric's on the right track. He says a meat puff. He's pretty sure you have to pay extra for that.
Not in Thailand.
That's where the bananas came from. That was 2 beers ago,
Yeah, it's
Brandon.
just one banana gets you a meat puff.
We're taking a tour around the world, okay?
Are we doing the beers around the world? Are we going to Disneyland? That's the only reason I would go back to Disneyland now is drink around
I'm
the
gonna
world.
finish it. It's not even.
So this
I
is
feel like
factor.
I'm gonna, after I'm
enjoyed
done, I'm gonna go grab a
sludgingly.
beef stick and I'm gonna dip it in some mustard
I've never
so I
seen.
can actually.
I've never read this like how you should enjoy something. Best enjoyed sludgingly. Slow. Burn your game plan.
No, because then you just have to taste it more if you enjoy it slow.
Listen to Macedon.
Oh my god.
Oh, John, I mean, you back in? You're supposed to drink this with metal. That's the problem.
It is. It's definitely a metal can. Macedon Crusher Destroyer.
Is this in collaboration with Mastodon, I wonder?
Yeah, it says so across the art.
Well, that
Oh,
would have been nice to know.
yeah, where's that
Wayfinder.
label reader guy?
I fucking look at it.
I don't have it in my hand.
Look at it on the can.
Yeah.
Shit.
Go back and watch it tomorrow. Off screen, Matt.
Yeah.
You meat puff.
And me bug you.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I like Mastodon.
Now John's gonna be
that,
that's
tastes,
cool.
that would taste like Mastodon, smoked Mastodon.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
how you're supposed to drink it. You're supposed to go.
No.
Done.
No, it says slow. And
Sludgingly.
That's slow.
Like you're
Okay,
in
sludge
a,
metal.
in a
God damn it.
mosh pit getting mud all up on your ankles because you're bashing around in
Portland-
the rain watching
Portland,
Mastodon.
Oregon.
That's not metal.
Uh,
If metal wore a fucking parka and
grunge.
cargo pants.
but that's grunge. That's where Nirvana
it's
started.
Seattle.
Seattle, close.
Seattle.
Ish.
It's about 5 hours
Don't
away.
confuse Portland
Are
and
you
Seattle.
fucking?
They'll get very
it's
mad.
the fucking same.
Yes.
Fred Armisen made millions off of a show about
Yeah, but I
that.
say one has a
Not
TV
the
show,
other
one's the
one.
suicide capital of the world. I mean, come on, let's keep them straight.
It's
It's always
Is that
raining.
why Kurt Cobain was there?
Oh, fuels the theory, doesn't it?
Is it all corrupted? Is Seattle corrupted?
7.2.
Seattle
72.
just got corrupted.
72
Listen,
IBUs. Is that where we're at?
72%.
it's a smoked beer that
It's beef jerky in a can.
it's a little bit on the sweeter side. That's what it is.
All
I got
right.
nothing else to say.
Have you
Reem, you go first.
have you much smoked beer, John? Or like, have you tried many? Or have you ever found any that you liked? Let's qualify.
Daredevil had one I liked,
Have you tried?
I
many?
really like.
but that was also like 8 years ago. So
Have you tried Prime Rib?
I would say that it's imbued with deep caramel malts.
I would say get your finger out of your ass.
Tyler 2.0.
The malts. Color, yes. Can, poured, drink, all of it. And
In that order.
Is there a score
You
coming?
can, you pour, you drink. Yes, that's the
I'm
steps of
just
drinking beer.
doing. I'm trying to be Tyler. He says words
I mean, that checks
Stuff
out.
and things.
on my tongue. Taste buds, good. Yes.
Eric
Baseball.
says Chris can just fuck up any fact.
I hit a home run.
This beer's a home
I
run
hate
as
doing
far
it.
as
But then he
smoked
passed out
beers
running
are
the
concerned.
bases.
There's 64 stitches in a baseball.
Is that right?
But you didn't know
That seems plausible. Did he just rip that out? Is he
I think there's a lot more
is
than
he
that.
fucking with me?
He's fine.
Now I'm looking.
I don't know. He channels dead crazy people sometimes. Like, he might be right.
He's wrong.
Tyler or Tyler 2.0. I think either one.
You know.
There's 108 stitches in a
I
baseball.
mean, times two, yes.
Yeah, you're halfway there, though. I mean, like, really darn close. He just been on the left side.
Yeah.
What are you gonna score this beer?
That's why curveball's heavier than the straight ball.
Oh my god.
Oh, god damn it. You know, I tried to help you out. Now I take it back.
Gloves are made of leather, okay?
Okay.
Ipso facto, what are you going to score this beer?
Well, if I was hitting a single, a double, or a triple, a 3.5.
Honestly, I don't know what else to give it but a 3.5. I don't like it. 2 to 3.5, but I'm gonna rate to the style. It's a 3.5.
I'm gonna rate it to the style.
It's 3.5. will say that
It's an above average.
Hey!
Sugar Creek Malt has some nicer, wider variety of smoked malts that are normally available in the bulk world. And some of his, I picked up a couple bags of it, and his smells more like bacon. And I'm much more down with that than like this sticky sweet, like
Yeah.
Slim Jim dipped in apple.
Well, Matt, if
caramel
you was
apple.
playing
Yeah,
on
or
still
yeah.
in second, what would you give this?
I get at least a third. No, I'm gonna give this a 3.75. Actually, I think this is pretty. I've had some smoked beers where it's like overly smoked and like that's too much. Other ones where like it's not quite enough there. This does have a meaty flavor, almost texture to it, but it works. It
What's the
works.
untapped score on this?
That's a good question.
Like to look it up.
Yeah, Brandon, I think, has it. He was right there.
Okay.
Did you do what's it called? Wayfinder?
Crusher Destroyer.
Yeah, Wayfinder's the brewery.
Crusher Destroyer.
Also, sick name.
Yeah.
3.96.
There we go.
I'm the closest I going over, boys. I didn't get the TBG average, John, but you know what? I
Full
got
flavored,
closer to
head
the
full of smoke.
untapped average. I'm
did.
still.
You did.
Double decocted, richly imbued with deep caramel malt.
Fuck yeah.
Burn your game plan.
Oh, see now there's the Mudhog voice, and now we've got like the Brandon Metal voice. Dude, we got so many voiceover options now.
It's true, you do. I enjoy doing voices. It's my thing.
All
Kind of like
right,
an Uber driver in Uber.
we. I gotta pee. We gotta wrap this up. What was the beer of the night for you alls?
Matt, go first.
I really did enjoy the smoke beer, but the answer is Evil Twin. That Goza or
Triple.
yeah, just the stuff that was all in that shouldn't have worked that did. God,
Oh, E.T. Stay
damn.
Home.
that was just dumb.
19. Is that from 2019?
Beer of the night is definitely the kitchen sink Goza.
Yep.
Fucking good.
Same for me.
Yep.
Uh,
Same.
Ooh,
What is that? That might
be the
the first round fully agreed upon beer of the
Yeah.
night.
we call that unanimous.
A unanimous
Somewhat.
decision, like Roman Reigns winning the title for the 928th
45th
day,
day.
45th day.
You know, you gotta make Brookie cry. Did she cry?
No, she's pissed though.
Well, she held it in. Good for her.
Yeah.
She waited until she got to her room and no one could see her.
No, she probably. Guys, thank you.
Thank you. This is another great episode of the Bearded of Two Guys.
It's something.
Two guys that have beards. It's guys of two with beards. Two guys and they're bearded. They
bearded boys.
do things.
So we got on stage left, we've got
Mudhog QB.
stage center.
Brandon Holder with Tarnished Hollow Brewing Company, or Holder Brandon.
Also,
Holder Brandon. I'm definitely writing a book with main character Holder Brandon.
That's good.
the best smelling guest I have sat next to.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
I did put on some smell goods. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Tyler was going to be here.
It is just new and improved.
New and improved
No,
Tyler.
improved. When I was old time, I'd be like, "This smell like
I can
dog."
hug you with both arms clasped.
And on that, have a great evening.
Two bearded guys. I got it.